background, so looks like this highly anticipated Kevin Hart roast happened like last weekend. So I didn't have time to see this roast right away, but I was definitely excited to see this roast. And finally, I have seen this roast, and this is like a almost 3 hours long roast. Like what? And I see this roast is getting a lot of backlash from everywhere, from every point. And at the same time, I see a lot of comment, everyone is yelling, oh, this is too safe, and all this woke joke they don't like, blah blah, like from all angle, people are giving this like this show definitely getting backlash. I'm gonna give my overall opinion on this. So this is kind of like a half review and half what I think about all this backlash. And before I go to anything, I must say I'm a huge fan of Kevin Hart. I think Kevin Hart really is very funny person and a very funny comedian. And after even end of this roast, I was watching Kevin Hart, his part. This guy, he can tell some joke without offending other people. His jokes are funny and really he is talented. So I do like Kevin Hart. Of course, I was excited to see this. But this roast is 3 hours long. So I, in general, like watching roast. My favorite roast is Justin Bieber's one. There was also one roast on Bruce Willis. That was so funny. But those roasts are from Comedy Central. And I have not seen, unfortunately, the Tom Brady ones. Maybe I'll check it out someday. But I'm not a fan of his game or anything. I don't know much about him. So I may not understand what the joke about him. But I do know Kevin Hart. So some of this, the people who are invited here, like Chelsea Handler and Pete Davidson and what is his name? Jeff Ross and Draymond Green and Tony Handcliffe. So these are the people are the one who's gonna roast other people. So the biggest problem, like watching this Kevin Hart roast, is the way it was done, because I think it was dropped live. So the way it was like dropped on Netflix, as I said, it's 3 hours, and this is like an unedited version for audience to see. Most people are not used to seeing unedited version. So this roast, and often it shows like other comedian, like they're just sitting there and they're like bored and they're not understanding the joke, and of course joke doesn't always land. And these people's joke, definitely some of them did not land. So, people's face was like, especially Razina Hall. What is she doing there? Can someone explain to me? Razina Hall, like nobody was allowed to joke about him, joke about her. What is she doing there, sitting there, like crazy? This woman, like every time, oh, I'm not gonna joke about her, like, because you're not allowed. She's Regina Hall, she is an actress. She's like a movie actress, She's not a comedian. She just was there to give Kevin Hart something. So I don't know why she was sitting in the front row. It was very ridiculous. Also, do you know what was ridiculous? Some of these people, like Tiffany Haddish and other people, they're just sitting there and they had all this expression. Of course, they're bored because they're not comedian. They're not there to tell jokes. So that's why they had this expression. However, I guess toward the end, there was of course, guest appearance from Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Oh my God, all the joke from The Rock. It was so cringe. I was physically cringe by all The Rock, his joke. Like he's trying to flirt with Kevin Hart's wife. It was so cringe. I really physically felt the cringe. And Dwayne Johnson, he can be funny sometimes, but he was really awful. Like it's like he has reached like different part of his life where he's not likable anymore. The Rock, he used to be the most likable person, turned into this unlikable guy. Not that by any bad mean or anything. Chelsea Handler, her jokes are always like that, like, oh, I am slut, blah blah. A joke. She looks so old in this. Chelsea Handler is ridiculous. Okay, Jeff Ross. I guess I didn't know what happened to him. Jeff Ross, he really looked like, what the heck was he wearing? He looked really cringe. Pete Davidson, he was funny. I think some of his joke I did like. He wasn't that bad. So I personally, like, I didn't even know who this guy was. So some of this comedian, I don't know them if I'm being honest. So I did really like Draymond Green. Draymond Green, his joke were really funny, and I like his joke was funny. I liked him, the way he was joking about himself and everything. He was funny. I liked his segment for the roast. Did not like Chelsea Handler. Regina Hall, I said she was really like, I don't know why she was there. However, I did like Cheryl Underwood. So the Cheryl Underwood, this comedian lady, I never seen her before. So she's very obviously iconic comedian, iconic black comedian, and she did get this standing ovation from everyone. I did like her joke. She was really joking about sleeping with everyone. And John Stamos. It was really funny. Then at the end, he said, John Stamos, like he's famous for marrying this young girl, right? Like it was really very funny. I did like her joke. Okay, so my favorite guy was, I know you will be like, what? Tony Hinchcliffe. I don't know who that is. I think he's something related to Joe Rogan or something. The reason I like Tony Hinchcliffe's joke, because he didn't held back anything, because the whole night everyone was joking about him like he's like something to do with Joe Rogan, everyone's like, hey, Tony Hinchcliffe, blah blah. They were really punching him down. Finally he goes to the stage and he takes everyone down. So Tony Hinchcliffe, he was, I think his joke, I liked it funny. And also, okay, what is her name? Lisa, right? Lizzo. So the Lizzo, I liked her a lot. Lizzo is actually a very likable person, looked like. She was really laughing all the joke they were telling her. Like she had zero attitude. She's very likable, I felt like. Some of the other people, I really like, I guess, the segment where Kevin Hart was. Okay, so here is the backlash about it. I see a lot of people are mad. Why did they joke about Cheryl Underwood? So Cheryl Underwood, she came out and she said, all these jokes are just funny, we are like a family and everything, I didn't find them offensive or anything like that. I guess the backlash is getting because there was a one joke about George Floyd. So his brother and his families are really outrageous by the joke they made about him. And I'm like, I think he made that, right? The George Floyd joke. I was like laughing it. I suppose personally I was laughing, if I'm being honest, when that joke was about Chelsea Handler and George Floyd. So now I feel bad that I was actually laughing about George Floyd, his jokes. So now his family coming out, they're really angry. Why did they make joke about him? So I always knew, whenever you get, especially roasting a black comedian, it can be hard, because I feel like personally, black people, they're not good at taking joke. Let me know in the comment if I've been wrong here, because what is his name? Will Smith punched Chris Rock in his face for telling this joke, right? Like some of these people are mad at joke. Come on, people. These are like roasting happening. Like, why you all are so mad? Like, it's getting backlash from all these people. Like, what? You cannot take joke, man. This is the sad thing. That is why everyone is getting mad at this Kevin Hart roast. So I will say, if you have not seen this roast and you are planning to see, this is my advice. You just fast forward. Just fast forward on the people you don't want to listen to. You just like watch the people you like listening to, or you are like them. You know what I mean? That is my advice if you are planning to see. And if you are not planning to see, is it worth seeing? I think it's worth seeing if you like Kevin Hart. Although some of these jokes are predictable, obviously, because it's about Kevin Hart, and you know what people will say about him. But man, I knew that making a roast on this black celebrity, it will get backlash from people, because people... because if you are like most of these comedians were white, by the way, and if you are a white person, you are saying something accidentally, racist, you will be cancelled. So, you know, you have to be careful what you are saying. And I was listening to them, and, you know, all these white comedians, they were careful not to say any racist joke. And I guess one of these people did end up telling the joke about George Floyd that is getting backlash, unfortunately. So I overall really did not like Rock's joke. It was cringe. Physically, I was feeling cringe. Man, this guy he is not good. He was not funny. And yeah, so wow, Tiffany Haddish, she didn't get to say any joke here. She's really cancelled in Hollywood for sure. And yeah, so that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this roast? If you enjoyed this video, watch other videos on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take